Okay, doing a quick breakdown of a high school athlete, um, doing doing a 40-yard dash, just kind of testing his ability to accelerate and run. Okay, obviously want to keep developing your speed, but speed has a number of different components. The ability to accelerate is one. What you do in top speed is another, um, and power is another. And so this is obviously, you can tell by the way he moves. He knows basically how he likes to move. So he can get from point A to point B relatively fluidly, which is a good thing. But when you're trying to be a great athlete, you want to work on more of the details. So you can tell that there's some raw athleticism there, and the turnover is obviously there, obviously a strength of his. But how do we maximize this gift and optimize this gift? That's what we're trying to do. So as you can see, a big thing that speed athletes, track athletes love to talk about is knee lift. Okay, but we need to know why knee lift exists. Knee lift comes because you're applying a good amount of force through the ground. Because this is a turnover athlete, he trusts his turnover so much, he actually does not put the kind of force through the ground. You can see he's trying to get his feet off the ground as quickly as possible because he knows his gift is his turnover. So for athletes that are gifted in turnover, and though these are going to be your quicker, more explosive athletes, it's actually beneficial to teach them how to spend more time on the ground, because what that will do is that will help them have the ability to improve their stride length. We already know stride frequency is a gift of theirs. We want to improve their stride length to maximize their um, overall result. Okay? So, a couple of things I would suggest for this athlete. I kind of like how he's set up his, not, I guess, race model is what you would call it. He has a good idea of not staying low for too long. He gets up and he gets going. He has a good drive phase, all the basics. There's a few things that I would do as drills for this athlete. Number one, I would have him practice doing sprints with the arms behind the back or with the arms crossed over the chest. What this will do is teach him how his core and his feet need to apply force without any help from the upper body, because sometimes, as you can see with him, he obviously plays football, because football players love to use their upper body to try to create force. That is not how you create optimal force. You need your core, you need your hips, and you need your feet. So take away the arms for a little bit, learn how to use your core, hips, and feet, and then when you get your arms back, you'll know how to introduce them, almost like seasoning for the meal. The arms are seasoning. You don't want to overpower the actual meat or the actual meal with seasoning. We've all had over-seasoned food. Now, I'm not saying don't season your food. That's the opposite problem. But we want the seasoning to complement the meal, and that's what the arms are. They complement the legs, okay? So, secondly, I would teach this athlete to spend more time on the ground, because turnover is a gift. It's not going to go away. Stride frequency is a gift. Not everybody has it. If you have it, appreciate it, but also use your time on the ground to create force. If this athlete spends a little bit more time pushing through the ground, guess what? That other knee is going to come up a little bit higher. The stride length is going to be a little bit better. Things that help with this are the sled, pulling a sled behind you, or pushing something like a prowler, pushing a truck, running hills, anything that develops that power through the ground. That's what I would recommend. I think once you clean those things up, we can do a few drills for the arms, but that'll really correct a lot of things with this athlete. And especially if he's a football player, 40 yards is a great test for, can he accelerate, can he get up to speed quickly? And I think you'll see that improvement on the field of play as well. So give that a shot. Tell me what you think.